Hello guys, how are you? I'm doing your December the 10th daily tarot card reading. I'd greatly appreciate it if you would like or subscribe if the video resonates for you. And what else? Also leave comments, okay? Let me know how your project or whatever's going on in your life, how is the reading affecting you? Is it helping you out, yes or no, okay? Alright, so the first card that I have for you is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a passionate person. She is likely to take up a project, okay? So on this day, her project is to establish a new home, okay? So we have the Four of Wands card to tell us that. The problem is that she's trying to establish a new home, but the project is being postponed. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. The reason why the project is being postponed, someone made a mistake, but they're not wanting to admit it. So the next card is the World card reversed. So because the Queen is not getting what she desires to get, she's kind of being a little bit negative, and so she's not seeing the opportunities around her to, I guess, maybe be happy. I'm not sure if she's looking for other opportunities, like she needs a place to stay by a certain time, and I'm not sure. So maybe perhaps she's trying to make other arrangements. If she can't get the house fixed and completed by a certain time, she might have to look for an apartment to stay temporarily or a family member. I'm not sure if that's what this card means. So the next card is the Three of Cups. So actually that makes sense. So maybe perhaps she found someone else to stay with because her project can't get done right now. So, and anyway, she was establishing a home. She might be somewhere else. So anyway, the Three of Cups is here. Maybe perhaps she's going to a celebration. Okay. I didn't know why this card was here, so I clarified it. So the cards that I got was the Knight of Cups. I'm not sure which one comes first. The Three of Wands. I'll just go at the bottom card. So the Knight of Cups is an offer of love, and the next card is a new beginning, the Three of Wands. So she went out with a friend, and then the Seven of Cups. She went out to a celebration. There are lots of opportunities around, new people to meet, whether it's for business, pleasure, friendship, whatever the case. And she has to figure out who's a good friend, who's not a good friend. She's just deciphering which opportunity or person would she like to interact with on, I guess, long term or not. So the Strength card is here, and I didn't know why the Strength card was here. So I clarified that. So I have a big stack of cards to clarify. So when I was trying to clarify, the first card that kind of popped out before I finished asking the question was the Justice card. And so the Justice card could have popped out of the deck because maybe there are previous issues that the Queen of Wands had with a previous partner or a previous situation. Maybe it was justice for the fact that her home couldn't get, the building process couldn't start. So I don't know, the justice could mean that, oh, now I totally get it. Okay. The strength is not in regard to her hanging out with her friends. The strength is in regard to the building project she's trying to manifest, okay? So she wanted justice in that situation. So she's needing strength. I totally thought we were talking about a love relationship. So now the Strength card clarified strength. So I got a big stack of cards to check to make sure that that Justice card was clarifying strength. The Strength card, when it clarifies itself, I'm just going to put it down because it's not adding any more meaning. So the next card is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is about a relationship. Remember, she went out with a friend who offered her, I guess, maybe a love relationship. So she went out with her friend, so maybe perhaps they got intimate. If you want to know if that's the truth or not, we have the Ace of Wands. This card means they probably definitely were intimate together. The next card is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords means someone shared their feelings about the relationship. The next card is the Queen of Cups. I'm sorry, my finger's covering the word. The Queen of Cups is the next card, so we know that the Queen of Wands has feelings for her friend or partner, whoever just came into her life. She has feelings for that person. She went from a fiery energy, like I'm all about my work, into an emotional energy, because the Cups cards are about emotions. And so I don't have to tell the signs because it's just her energy transforming from work into emotions. So the next card is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, the card means that the progress is slower and more cautious. And this card could also mean that there's good news coming about from the situation. So the final card that clarifies strength is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles card is telling us that there's a collaboration, okay? So the Queen's new partner, she's the Queen of Wands, but right now she's Queen of Cups. So she's very much more loving and nurturing right now. And so now she has a new partner in her life, and that person is helping her in her life, is being a friend, a supporter, a companion in regard to her work life. And so the next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card about putting in the hard work and effort that you need to put in to get your project done or earn your money or whatever the case may be. And someone around is like drilling. Someone's working on a house nearby, so I guess it's kind of relevant. So that's the noise you hear if you do hear the noise in the background. So the next card is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is like when you're investing yourself into your line of work so that you can make it into a career. So an example would be if you're in an internship, if you're furthering your career with a higher education, or if you're in an apprenticeship. And so anyway, I'm sorry for laughing. So the next card is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card about betrayal. So it's a little tricky thing that's going on here. We need to figure out, why is this Ten of Swords card here? Because we're trying to do work on this project. For some reason it's postponed. We have a friend helping us now, so now we're probably working back on the project. You have someone who can help you out if you have issues, okay? Your partner can speak up for you if you don't know what's going on. So what is the betrayal? Who's doing the betraying, okay? The Magician is the card that pops out first. The Magician card is about manifesting what you desire. So we can be talking about maybe manifesting a career. So I'm not sure if that's what we're doing. We could be manifesting a career. We could be manifesting the building as we need to. We also could be making changes. Like, it's almost like we're working on a project. We have to stop because we have to alter the plan because this is in the way. I'm not into construction. So like if you watch HGTV, sometimes they have to alter the plan because I'm not sure what you call it, a pipe is in the way or something like that. So that might be relevant to your project. And then the Eight of Swords card is being bound up. It could just be that the construction worker is bound up by some type of life circumstance or something. And that's why there's a Ten of Swords. So it's almost like we're trying to work on this project, but for some reason we keep getting a stop, go because of the construction worker involved in the project. So the next card that we have is the Ace of Wands. And this is a card about masculine energy. It's likely if we're working on a home that a male might be working on the home. We do have women who are in construction, but this is a masculine energy. It could be in regard to romance. It could be stating maybe perhaps the queen went home and went out on a date with her partner or something to that effect. I'm not sure if it would mean anything else. So we have a masculine energy coming in to help. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. We're juggling out our priorities. And I didn't know what that meant, so I clarified it. So The card that I got was the Five of Wands. This is about like a competition or a negotiation. And then the next card is the Seven of Cups. This is about figuring out what's truth from a deception, okay? So this is in regard to our two priorities that we're juggling. And so this Two of Pentacles is in between. Maybe this is more helpful. It's in between the Ace of Wands, which is like the masculine energy. Are we juggling between two relationships here? Because over here, when we had the Strength card up here, and I checked to see what it was about, or the Celebration card, the Three of Cups, we had one relationship going on. This Two of Pentacles is better understood maybe by what you see on the counter here. So we have one relationship to the left, and then over here there's something else going on to the right, okay? So let me check the next card. The next card is the Five of Pentacles, and this is a card about debt. But in this case, because the debt card is next to the Six of Cups, this is a childhood friend here. I think this is a karmic debt. I explained that the other day. When certain cards are coming out, I'm kind of noticing that they have a deeper meaning than just financial debt. So we have the Five of Pentacles here. We have a childhood friend that may be relevant to our present life. Okay. And the next card is the Magician. The Magician card is a card about, in this case, is making your dream a reality. But in this case, the childhood friend can become, instead of a friend, to become more close to you. So instead of a friend, that person is a lover, because maybe in the past you had a relationship together. So the next card, I'm going to kind of laugh about it, okay? So if you look closely at this card, instead of me just saying this is a Tower card, some crisis occurs, when I looked at the card, I was like, okay, there's a man wearing a mask and he's naked. And he's being released from this institution that he's in, okay? So I kind of laughed about it because I didn't realize he was naked. That was the last thing I noticed. So anyway, there's a situation. One of these people is in either the Queen of Cups or the masculine energy, who's a childhood friend. Okay, one of them is in the energy of being released from an institution that, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, when they're released from the institution, it could be of marriage or something. It causes a crisis in their life. And I'm not sure why it's relevant that they're wearing a mask. Maybe they're acting happy when they're not happy. And then the funniest part is that they don't have on clothes. I mean, there's a cloth covering them partially, but they're falling. So by the time they fall, they'll probably be naked. So maybe that person was caught in the middle of doing something inappropriate. I don't know if that resonates for you, but for some reason today I paid that more attention. So the next card, so the Tower card is about a crisis. So all of a sudden now we're trying to figure out what comes next in our life. Like, I'm not sure why the Queen was juggling two priorities. It's like one relationship came and then another relationship came right after it. So that caused a crisis maybe in her life, or maybe in the man who is interested in her, or maybe in her childhood friend's life. I don't know how to explain it. So anyway, the next card is the Two of Wands in the reverse. In the upright, this card is about like a loyal partner in your life. In the reverse, to me, it almost seems like instead of you having a loyal partner, it's almost like you're letting go of a loyal partner. And so it's like we're having a relationship. It may be a scandal, it may not be a scandal, it may just be drama, okay? That's going on. We're trying to figure out, where do we truly belong? Do we belong to the left? Do we belong to the right? Which relationship better suits us? And so the next card is a Judgment card, okay? A Judgment card is kind of like a judgment call. Like, I'm going to call this relationship over here. I'm done with it. That's kind of the vibe I get from it. So it seems like the loyal partner that was long-term is being dropped, because maybe perhaps there's something going on that wasn't right. And So I don't have previous days readings to tell you who did what to whom, but something wasn't right, I guess, and then we're making a judgment call and saying I'm done with that. Okay? So when we're done with the partner, the previous partner, then we have the Ten of Pentacles energy. So all of a sudden, wealth and abundance is in our present, and the family is doing well financially. Maybe perhaps even generational wealth is relevant. So the next card is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card about an adversary lurking about. So I guess you have to watch out who's around you. If this is relevant to you, if it resonates with you, watch out who's around you. Also watch your possessions, that they won't try to take what you have, okay? So the next card, we see the Queen of Cups. We saw her previously, and now she's in the reverse position, because even though wealth-wise she may be doing well, I'm not sure if she was the one in the Tower as a Tower card. We didn't, you know the funniest thing? But this card, the Tower didn't fall. The person fell out of the tower. I'm laughing a little bit. So the building is secure and standing, because a lot of times the Tower card will mean like the foundations of the relationship or situation that you were building on were not secure. In this case, the tower is secure. The tower looks fine. It's just that the person who was in the tower was not built right. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Something about their life, they're wearing a mask, okay? So what it appears, remember the magician made the friend into a lover? The person who fell out of the tower was the previous partner, okay? You guys see that? So the friend, the karmic friend from a past life is now the lover, and now the queen says, you know what, the person I'm with is wearing a mask and he's naked. Everybody can see his imperfections or something like that. I'm not sure. But then she decides to drop that person. She does gain wealth. Maybe that's the person with the Seven of Swords energy who is trying to take something or cause drama, okay? And then so the person that's trying to cause drama maybe has the Queen of Cups in the reverse, because she was feeling good earlier when she was celebrating with their friends and hanging out with their friends. And so we don't want the Queen to stay in the reverse. When she's in the reverse, she's either jealous or just unfaithful. So let's see what happens next. So the next card is the Hermit. The Hermit card is a card about, well, it's in the reverse. So normally it'll be like you're thinking to yourself, what do I really want? But when it's in the reverse, it's not really about what you want. I don't know if you're just going with the flow, even though it's not what you want. That could be what is going on. And then the next card is the Will. The Will is in the reverse, and that means that ideas or knowledge or something is not flowing so freely. Maybe a situation becomes stagnant. I'm not sure if we're still talking about the building of the home that is stagnant at the moment, or we're talking about a relationship, or we're just talking about ideas, okay? So in spite of the upside down previous three cards, in the end we have the Nine of Cups energy, which is that of affluence or harmony or contentment, okay? So in the end, everything kind of works out, but we did have a great big transition of people and energies. Maybe not a lot of energy transitioning, but of people shifting in and out of someone's life. And if this resonates to you, please, like I said, like or comment or subscribe and support me, please. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. And I don't think I need to tell you anything else. So be blessed, okay? Thanks for listening.